It's like a German Umpire band in here this morning. How are you? Welcome back to Crafters TV. It is a pleasure to have your company for this masterclass. Now, masterclasses, of course, are when we get really in depth. We get involved, we go in, we get to the nitty gritty and explore things in a lot of detail, and that is exactly what we're going to be doing today. And it is a Totally Tiffany takeover. Now, Totally Tiffany, Tiffany even, from Totally Tiffany is on the line. We're going to speak to her in just a moment, but I've also got a partner in crime here in the studio with me today because Leann is here. Leann, how are you? Lovely to have the bonus of you on a Saturday again.
Oh, I was so excited about this new product that our Tiffany's got for us. I said, that has to be me. I'm just coming in. I don't mind that it's a Saturday. I'm so excited about it. And I love to come along to Craft House and to masterclasses and just see you on a Saturday. I'm really looking forward to all of the fabulous things we're going to be doing today.
It's going to be absolutely awesome, but I've got big news, I'm afraid, already straight out the gate, because a lot of what is on this show today is already in danger of selling out. You savvy shopping crafters have got ahead of us. We have got something brand new for you. Let's have a look at that. The Craft and Carry workstation. It is in black. We also have it for you as well in the turquoise too. It will transform your desk, your workstation, your craft station into something truly, truly fabulous. $26.99 or $31.49 if you want to grab that. It is brand new today. We've also got that awesome vinyl storage collection that I know you guys love. $26.38, $33.58 if you want to get that one. Also got a fabulous deal for you on the Ditto along with the Lois, which is awesome. So get those two together today. You get a 20% saving, which is brilliant. We're going to show you how you can get yourself totally Tiffanized with all of these awesome products, which is brilliant. Now, we also have the dynamic storage. It's more interesting than that still gives it credit for being, I promise you. £21 or $26. It's not invisible. I'll show it to you in a minute. We've also then got as well the Totally Tiffany pen and ink bag bundle, $25.56, $28.76. You get two of the Stephanies and two of the Deborahs as well, which is awesome. This next item, if you want it, you need to be quick for it. You're going to have to come in straight away. If you want the buddy bag bundle, now our buddy bag bundles are always so popular. This one has Monica, Gail, Deborah, Irene, Brandy, Denise, Leann, and Myrtle. However, it is approaching limited stock already. So if you want it, you will need to have to be super quick for it. We are, of course, though, launching the brand new workstation from Tiffany. This is absolutely gorgeous. It's a great size as well. You're going to be able to absolutely load it full. I love that you've got the strap on there as well. It's already very busy for this. Right, if you want to send me in pictures, I'd love to see pictures of befores and afters before you've got yourself organised with Tiffany. Drop those into me, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. If you want to just have a little bit of a gossip with me, you can do that in the comments over on Facebook, on the Crafters TV Facebook page, or across as well on our YouTube channel. So make sure you go do that there. Now, I did say, didn't I, that the lady herself would be here, and she is here because I have got Tiffany standing by on the line. Tiffany, how are you? It is such a pleasure to have you back with us here in the Crafters TV studio.
I am super fabulous, and I'm totally excited about the Crafters workstation, the Craft and Carry workstation. You don't even know, this is a problem solver. This is a problem that I had, and when I started talking to my crafty friends, they were like, oh my gosh, I totally suffer from that as well. And I thought, I've got to solve this for myself. I've got to solve it for everybody else. And I am so thrilled with how this product has turned out. And I know I'm a little bit biased, right? Because all my products are like my children to me, but this really is an awesome problem solver. So what's the problem? The problem is your workspace. No matter if you have a tiny amount of workspace or if you have a big amount of workspace, you can see, look at my workspace. Everything that I've pulled out to work on this double page layout is everywhere. Where are my scissors? Where are my, okay, where are my scissors? Where's my paper trimmer? I can't find them. I can't see them. That is the problem. You have to dig for everything. If I want to work on this, cut this trim out for this layout, and I have to move everything out of the way to make a space to actually work, right? No more. No more. Enter the Craft and Carry workstation. We call it Craft and Carry because look at this. You can fold it totally flat, throw it in your tote, and take it with you to a crafty event. It's got a little strap that's going to hold it all together.
It's a gorgeous colour. I hadn't had the pleasure of seeing the turquoise one. I've only got the black one here in the studio. That turquoise one you've got there, Tiffany, is the most popular. People are on the line and checking out already for that one. We're going to have a very, very busy show today, I sense.
Well, I'm going to tell you something else. You're going to need more than one because, like so many of the products, what am I doing? Each little section has this little plastic panel in it. It's coated in fabric. You're just going to shove it down into the bottom, and then you're going to move the little dividers out. So you get all your sections, and I'll show you that in a second. But you're going to need more than one because, oh my gosh, they are so functional. Like so many of our products, once we get it designed, look at that. Look at all the different compartments that you've got, right? So now let's talk about my workspace. These are all the different papers that I hauled out just to do this project, right? They're everywhere. They're covering up everything. Look at that. I've got smaller spaces in the front for straps, big scraps. Now I can see all of those papers, all of those pieces that I've hauled out. And it's quick and it's easy, and I can put all my tools, pens, ink pads, tape. I'm working upside down and backwards here, so you have to bear with me but look how fast and easy I'm able to clean everything up, and everything now is going to be accessible. Different types of tools. There's some tweezers. I've got my dots. I've got my pencil, phone folder on the sides. I've got extra pockets that are perfect for rulers. And you know me, I'm a ruler junkie. So I've got ruler pockets on both sides. I've got my centering ruler, my regular ruler. You can also slide your scissors in there. And now, look at these, all these little tiny pieces that I hold out, which are also difficult. Oh, different templates that I'm using. Another big scrap.
You can get so much in there, Tiffany.
Oh, and it's not even full. Look at it. So all these little pieces that I hauled out, they're just going to get lost. They're just going to get buried. What about these tiny dies? So I took out a couple of dies to make tags with. So they're going to just pop in, whether they're large or small, into those clear pockets. And now you're actually going to be able to see them and find them. Rubber stamp that I also pulled out. So even my glasses are going to find a home in there, right? Oh, my glasses match this bag so nicely too. What a perfect pair. But you can see in just a couple of minutes, look at that. That was a great example. This was stuck to this, right? So when you bury your stuff, you also run the risk of destroying your products, right? Getting things stuck together or losing them, which is almost worse because you've spent all that money. But anything, I've got all my different glues. I've got my undo, don't craft without it. I've even got my mat here that I can just roll up and pop in or pop in the back. On the back side, you've got this nice big pocket as well. Oh, I've got my stamp platform. That's going to pop in there too. On the back side, you've got this nice big pocket, which is going to hold your paper trimmer, your small paper trimmer that you're using, right? You know what else is going to fit in there? Your pop-up trash can.
Oh, awesome.
Right? So you need that little trash can while you're working so you can throw all your scraps into it, but it's also going to fold flat and stuff in that pocket when you're not using it or when you don't need it. Look at this. So my entire workspace now is cleaned up and ready to work. I can get to my Gemini Mini. I can get to the template. More important than anything else, now I've actually got room. If I want to do this, cut this template, I'm just going to flip through here, say, oh, where's that paper I wanted? I'm going to cut it in the blue sky paper. Now I have room to work. I can do my project. I can look at this. I can put my layout together and actually see it. And I can start adding to it. I can pull the little accessories out that I was going to work with. Let's see. I'm going to make a little sunshine over here with this. I'm going to add these. A little stripes.
When you just got everything in its place, Tiffany, how much nicer does it feel crafting when you can just lay your hand on everything that you need? You're not rummaging around. You've not ended up throwing your, little snips into your waste bin and lost everything everywhere. How many times do crafters go out and rebuy things that they think they've lost just because they're not stored properly?
Right. Well, and here's the other beautiful thing about it. If you're halfway through a project and you need to clean up your workspace, everything for that project is in that bundle. You can just pick it up and move it, use the workspace for something else. Maybe you're crafting at your dining room table. right? Super simple, super easy. And then you can bring the project right back out again. And let me tell you something else, Joe. Oh, I'm going to show you this in multiple uses, but guess what this is?
Ah, the lowest
tote, right? So into the lowest is going to go your craft and carry workstation. I don't know if I can do mine at this height. My table height is pretty high here, but she's going to fit right into your lowest tote. So if you wanted to put her over your shoulder and take her somewhere, totally organized, off you go. Let's look at a couple of other uses though.
Oh, yes,
because
please.
This is so cool. So like I said, so many of our other products are useful for so many other things. Look at this. Do you have your kids home or grandkids home from school? Look at all the kids crafting. And there's a pop-up trash can here. So if you've got kids that are working from home, that are like to craft at home, that want to craft along with you, this is the perfect way, or grandkids, this is the perfect way to keep all of their things organized. Again, pick it up, put it away, bring it back, and it's organized and ready to go. So awesome for that. For those of you who know me well, you know I am a planner junkie, right?
You really are.
All my planner, look at that. All my planner supplies right there, all packed away. I've got extra pages, notepads, my planner itself, markers, everything's in there. When I sit down to work on my planner, everything I have, everything I need, right there, ready to go. And last but not least, of course, it is a perfect desk organizer. So I've added some of our pockets to this one. I've got my folders in there. I've got my journals. I've got file folders. I've got my notepad. I've got my trash can in the back. In the front, I've used the pockets for all different things, return address labels, postage stamps, all that kind of stuff. So now I can find it quickly and easily. I've got paper clips, binder clips, markers, erasers, notes, everything you need to organize your desk, and it's all right here. And again, if you don't have a dedicated desk space to leave this set up on, you can pick it up, put it in the cupboard, and when you want to pay your bills or write letters or whatever you're doing, pull it back out, set it up wherever you are, and you are good to go and ready to work with all of your things organized all the time. So just, I don't know, it is my favorite thing. I'll tell you, even my mother came into my studio when these samples arrived and said, can I get one of those? My son, who's 25, London, the one running the camera today, he came in and he said, I totally need one of those for my desk at home. Marina, his girlfriend, she is going to totally need that. When can we get one? Everybody who's seen it has had a way to use it even differently than what I'm showing you here today. So there's just so many options for it.
I think that's a lovely thing, as you said earlier, Tiffany, as well, that, you know, how many people would love to have a dedicated craft space in their home, but they don't. So many people craft on their dining table, in the front room, you know, maybe in the conservatory or these different places. And if you are sick of your stash taking over your house, dominating your room, get this, because you can move it into a cupboard, you can move it under the stairs, you can move it up to that spare bedroom. It means that you can get rid of it. I think as well, Tiffany, what you've shown us as well so far in the first 15 minutes of this show is that we need to be ordering at least 2 of these, wouldn't you say?
I would absolutely say at least 2. I mean, and it depends. Again, if you have kids or grandkids, look at that. It's all in my lowest tote. I had to stand on my tiptoes because my counter's so high to get it in there. But it's all in my lowest tote. I can take it with me anywhere. Same thing with your kids, grandkid, with the other supplies that you've got in it. Where are you going with those? I don't know how popular planning is in the UK, but it's huge here. We get together at Starbucks, work on our planners. So it's the same thing. I could just take that whole thing with me, organized, pop it up. It takes up so little space on your desktop. Look how narrow that footprint is. Yeah. If you have all of these things out on your workspace, well, you saw it when we started the show. All of these things cover this entire workspace. I didn't have anywhere to work. But now I've got everything in one place. I can pull it out. I can put it back. I can clean it up. I can bring it out. It really is. I mean, I'm so excited about it and how simple it just makes.
It's already very, very busy, Tiffany. I need to let you know, this is our launch stock. We have got a colossal amount of stocking for this Crafter TV launch. 10% of the black has already gone. 10% of the turquoise has already gone. Tiffany, I know you're up against it today because Tiffany is going to be over on Create and Craft here in the UK a little later. So we don't have Tiffany for the whole hour. Don't worry, don't fret. We're going to have Tiffany back in our 4 p.m. show later. So we'll catch you over then. But what we'd love is, I'm just going to pop across to Leann, Tiffany. Would you mind, do you think I can be super cheeky and ask if you'd whiz us through that vinyl storage system before you jet off over the pond to Create and Craft this afternoon?
100%. I would love to go through that really, really quickly. That is such a great product as well.
Awesome. Okay, I'll let you get set up for that, and I'll be back to you in just a moment. As I said, 10% of the black has gone, 10% of the turquoise has already gone. Lots of you chatting away, lots of you letting me know you're ordering. Anne says she's ordered 5 of these brand new workstations. Leanne, I'm not surprised because they are going to do so much for you. And as I said, how many people don't have that dedicated craft space but want to be able to bring everything out and put everything away so quickly and easily?
Absolutely, Joan. You know, recently when we launched our portable craft room, we talked, you and I, didn't we, about reclaiming your home and reclaiming your space, reclaiming your dining room, reclaiming your kitchen bench, reclaiming this table at the side of the living room, your dressing table in your bedroom, wherever it is that you're stashing your craft stuff, being able to reclaim that space. Tiffany is the absolute master of that. And I have to say, when I received mine, oh my word, was I blown away. I am absolutely thrilled with this. And Tiffany's done a fantastic job there of showing you how she uses it. But actually, I want to show you how I use mine with some of the things you can get here at Crafter's Companion. And it's loaded to the brim, and it isn't as full as it could possibly be. Just to show you, look at the quality and the quantity of stuff that I've got in here. I've got full large gilding wax pots in the bottom there. I've got stacks of embossing powder. In my little clear pouch at the front here, my go-to tools, my pokey tool, my bone folder, and my 2 paper distressors I can't be away from. You see, I've got my 8x8 and my 6x6 paper pads in here. And actually, I've also got my MIDI folders for all of my die cutting stashed in the back there. They're 6x9 folders. They're behind my paper pads. It's my favourite word when it comes to storage, capacious, and it really is. This little extra vinyl pocket I've got at the back here keeps my MIDI folders just organised for me. And you can see where Tiffany had her 12x12 paper pads, I've actually got my small guillotine stashed in there safe. So I've got a full good sized guillotine paper trimmer in a dedicated space in this fantastic organizer. We've got all of these pockets at the side. You've got your mesh, you can see your markers. We've got the dedicated tall pockets for our longer tools like our rulers. On this side, I've got my full messy inking mat rolled up and stored in there, ready to use when I need it. One of the things that I think is absolutely genius about this, it doesn't finish at the back, Joe. You've got a whole other pocket here for stuff to be stuffed in there. Just stuff it with stuff because it's absolutely fantastic. I've got my cutting mat in here. My small kind of US letter size A4 cutting mat. It's actually 8 inches by 11 inches this. But do you know what? Here's my larger 18. This is 17 inches by 11 inches, this cutting mat. This goes in the back.
Whoa.
Absolutely. Look at that. My big cutting mat goes in the back. And look at the foot space. If you just look at that foot space you've got there, it's minimal and everything is tiered and stacked in that fantastic waterfall fashion. So you can see and get your hands immediately on anything you want. I am blown away with this, and it's replaced all of the plastic pots that I had on my desk before. Everything's in here now. Paintbrushes, scissors, favourite markers, rulers, craft knives, my big cutting mat. And do you know what else you can fit in here, Joe? If you want to, full set of Gemini plates.
Awesome.
In the back of this tote. A full set of my Gemini plates, and not only that, my big cutting mat will also fit in there. So you have got so much give, so much room, so much possibility with this. You can just keep on loading it, and very easy to move around wherever you're going. and takes hardly any space. Push that to one side on your dining table, everybody can eat. Bring it back out, you've got everything you need to craft.
Absolutely. At £26.99 if you're in the UK, £31.49 if you're in the US. You just need to make the decision. Are you going to go for the black or are you going to go for the turquoise? They do exactly the same. Maybe you're going for one of each. I can hear that a lot of people are multi-ordering now on this item. It is very, very busy. Turquoise is in the lead. 15% has gone. We are 20 minutes in to this launch masterclass as well, to give you some idea of just how busy it is. Right, we are going to go back to Tiffany because I know that Tiffany is standing by with that vinyl storage. And Tiffany, this is something that's been so popular since we launched it here on Crafters TV. Because yes, it is vinyl storage. We hear so many stories though from our crafters that are using it for a whole host of different things. But vinyl in the US is a big game, isn't it?
Vinyl in the US is huge as we do more and more like home decor type crafting projects. Again, same as you guys, we've got some lockdown going on here. That means we're home with our families, we're creating, we're decorating. Christmas is right around the corner. Vinyl's huge, but it works for so many other things. So let me take you through the parts of it real quickly. You're getting the scrap pockets. This is much like the still you were showing earlier. It's not very exciting because it's just clear, right, and visible. You're getting 30 of these little collapsible tubes, and you're getting 6 of the vinyl trays is what these are called. I put a little pink flower on mine to help it stand out a little bit more. So what are you going to do with them, though? What are you going to do with those clear plastic pieces? I didn't pull them off my shelf because I wanted to show you in this demonstration how easy it is to work with these. Here's my vinyl. If I want removable vinyl, I'm just going to put my finger in the finger hole, pull it off the shelf. What do I have in there? I've got all my rolls of vinyl. Some are new, some are used. That is where the clear plastic sleeve becomes really key. So things that roll up like this, and you can do this with your 12 by 18 papers as well. Anything that you want to roll up, they come unrolled, or you have to put a piece of tape or rubber band on them. That is where this is such a lifesaver, because all you do is take your vinyl off the roll, use it. When you're done using it, you're just going to slide it into the tube, and now it's protected. It stays rolled up. You're not crushing it. There's no rubber band. There's no tape on it, right? So you can see different scraps. You can roll your scraps right into it. The bigger ones, your smaller scraps are going to go right into your scrap pocket. So all the scraps that are in the scrap pocket are going to go with the vinyl colors and types that are in the vinyl roll organizer in this particular tray. I've labeled it on the front so I know exactly what's in the tray, but I've also put the label right into the roll up. And that way, if there's specific instructions about how to use that product, heat, temperatures, that type of thing, it's right in there with it. So I just kept that little piece of packaging, and now I know exactly how to use that product, right? Then when I'm done with it, I'm just going to pop it right back on my shelf. Super easy. So depending on the kind, type, bond that I want to use, they're all right there. But not only is it amazing for vinyl, it is amazing. Now, these do fit in your cubes, right? So if you have cube style storage, they're going to fit in there as well. You're going to get 6 to a cube. So here I've got 12 by 12 vinyl. I've used our pockets to sort out some other sizes and shapes of vinyl, of foil, big flat pieces of foil. I've got my foil tools. You know, I'm a journal junkie, so all of my journals are right here. Look how easy that is to stay organized. Put things in. Now, one of the things that I am for, or I guess one of the things I'm against, is putting lids on containers and putting containers in containers so that you really have to dig through things. One of the things I always try to work for with design is making it easy to get it off your shelf and onto your workstation, right? Just like all of these. I'm just pulling it out. It's open. I can literally use this on my workspace to keep this product organized, or these pieces organized. So this happens to be just a punch board and all the pieces of the punch board, the instructions for the punch board. When I want to use that punch board, I can just grab it off the shelf. I've got more over here, right? Everything I need, everything that came with that product is right there. I don't have to look for the instructions. I don't have to go online and try to remember how to use it. I've got them right there. I've got all the bits and pieces. And if you're familiar with punch boards, they have all these weird like little knobs and levers and moving pieces. And so they're very difficult to store because they don't store flat. Well, once you pop it into your vinyl roll organizer, it's flat now. It's not going to bump into other things on the shelf. easy to pull out, easy to put back. And again, when I'm bringing it to my workstation, it's just so simple to get out where I need to work with it. If you're using rolls of foil, you think, oh, my rolls of foil are too skinny for that sleeve. It doesn't matter. So you can see the sleeve still fits, kind of makes an eye shape, but it still fits in there. So your vinyl is still, or your foil is still protected, still visible, still accessible. It's going to fit the foils that come in the box as well, or the bigger rolls of foil on the bigger tubes also. So it really is designed around what we're using now, how we're using it, when we're using it. And hello, guess what else this fits in? Yes, I know it, your lowest tote. So you can actually take 4 of these in a lowest tote. Maybe you're not taking any foil or any rolled goods with you in that lowest tote, but when you put these into your lowest tote, now you can drop everything else into those, and it keeps everything separated and segmented inside your lowest tote. So maybe that's your small buddy bags. That's 12 by 12 paper. Maybe it's some rolled goods. Maybe it's some tools or whatever you're taking with you, but it creates a natural divider within your lowest tote. So you could literally drop one of these in, put your new craft and carry workstation in, and carry 1.5 inches of paper with you, right with your craft and carry workstation in your lowest tote, and have it organized and sturdy and standing up and easy to get to. So they are super versatile, not just for vinyl. I mean, we really can't stress that enough. Here, this is a perfect example. If I was going to go to an event and I was going to work on Christmas, this is my Christmas Scrap Master, right? So if you purchase Scrap Masters, they're going to fit in there as well. So I've got a bunch of Christmas supplies. I've got over here embellishments. I've got scraps. I've got my Christmas paper. And when I drop this into my vinyl roll tray, now I'm going to drop that tray into my tote, take my craft and carry workstation, and I'm out the door completely organized. And it's taking me like 2 minutes to pack up. And that is really also a key. When I get home, I'm going to pull that out and I'm going to put it right back on my shelf. And now I've got everything reorganized and ready to go again.
The thing is with these, Tiffany, I think I look at them, and because they're called a vinyl storage system, we think if we don't have our own vinyl, we're not going to be able to use them. But absolutely, you can, as you've just shown us there, so many different uses for this vinyl storage collection. Tiffany, I'm going to have to, I think I'm going to have to let you go. I know that you are coming up a little later today over on Create and Craft. Is it your first show on Create and Craft? Are you excited?
I'm really excited. I did a show earlier this week. It's been a very busy week over there for me. But yeah, that was my first show was earlier this week. So we've got a couple of shows today. We've got some really great stuff for you over on Create and Craft. And then I'm coming back here to hang out with you and Leann later in the day. So I'm looking forward to that as well.
Really looking forward to hanging out with you again a little later today. Thank you for joining us, because I know it is like the middle of the night there in Arizona. So big thanks for coming and joining us in the show. It's always a pleasure to have you here in the studio. And we look forward to seeing you again a little later today as well at 4 p.m. here UK, which will be 8 a.m. 11 a.m. East Coast time, or 8 a.m. West Coast time. Massive thanks to Tiffany. Right, very busy. What I'd like to do is just take a moment just to recap a lot of the stuff that's proving to be really busy in this show. You guys are absolutely loving the Totally Tiffany products that we've got for you in this 2-hour show. The first one's a craft and carry workstation. Now, all you need to do is make a very difficult decision. Or actually, maybe you don't need to make the decision at all. Maybe you're going to get both. It's in the black. It is also in the turquoise as well. £26.99 or £31.49. You can multi-order on these, as lots of you are. A lot of people letting me know. Liz says she's got 1 for herself and 3 for Christmas gifts. And Charlotte's ordered 4 as well. You guys are loving this brand new product from Tiffany. We also just saw the vinyl storage collection. What you actually get here is you get 6 of the trays and 30 of the sleeves. So loads of organisation to be done there with that. $26.38 or $33.58, and you get 6 pockets in there too, which is brilliant. Now, another great deal for you is on 2 of the most popular Tiffany items that we bring you. It is, of course, the Crafting's On The Go Lois and Ditto Tool Tote collection here for you. A full-size Lois, a full-size Ditto, a fifth, though, of the stock there has gone. £34 or $45 if you want to go for those. We have the Totally Tiffany dynamic storage for you ×2. There are 2 there on that picture, I'm told. £21 or $26 is your price there for that one. We've also got the Totally Tiffany pen and ink buddy bag bundle. You'll get 2 times Stephanie and 2 times Deborah here on this one. Half the stock has gone here. I didn't see that happening. 25.56 or 28.76, and the buddy bags. Now, we're going to do a really quick section on the buddy bags because there are not enough of these to go around, guys. They are limited stock now. Less than 10% of our starting stock is now available. £40 or $54 if you want to get your hands on this one. You have got in here. I tell you what, why don't I just quickly whiz you through what you've got, and then I'll get a word from Stephanie. Not Stephanie. Stephanie's the buddy bag's called Stephanie. Leann, I'll get a word from. Right, first up we got in here, you're going to get brandy. You're also, I'm in a lot of trouble. You're also going to get Irene in here. Come on, Irene. You're going to get Leann in here, not... you're going to get Gail as well. There's also Myrrell in this collection for you. You've got Denise in here. You've also got, this one is Monica. And you also, I believe you get Deborah in there as well. You do get Deborah as well in there. You get all of these guys for £40 or $54, which is absolutely awesome. The great thing is you should be paying $48.92 for these. We're giving you a discount. Club Inspire Platinum members in the UK get £8 off of this. You'll get what? $11 off of this as well, which is absolutely awesome. £40 or $54. So make sure you grab hold of them. Now, Leanne's going to take us through these and show us what we're going to use them for. What I would say is there's a lot of you on the line. It is limited stock, so get your orders in very, very quickly. £40 or $54 for these, which is awesome. So here they all are. Now, don't forget, yes, it's a Totally Tiffany masterclass in this show. We will also be giving you a little sneaky peek as well at, of course, the incredible Gemini MIDI, which will be coming up a little later in this show. The cat is out of the bag. But the buddy bag bundle, very, very busy now. So make sure you are checking out on that if it is in your basket. Loads of you chatting away with me as well today, which I absolutely love. Sam from Darlington, Regina's in from Chicago, Nancy in Florida. Maria from Devon, Crafting with Quilling Lady on YouTube says, Leann, such a great sparkly top you're wearing today. I said that this morning as well when I came in. It is gorgeous. Gorgeous inside and out today, Leann. But these buddy bags, they are going to go, Leann. Why do we want to get this bundle?
Oh my word. Well, everybody needs these buddy bags in their lives because I have never been as organised as when I've had this fantastic collection. The fact that they all go in your lowest tote and they're just immediately accessible is amazing. But some of the reasons why I love these, and it really is just about having everything visible, usable, at your fingertips, and easy to put away, easy to pack away, which means you've got the joy of crafting. Now, one of my absolute favourites is brandy. And I love this because I've got
brandy and Coke, brandy and lemonade.
Well, I do a brandy on the rocks, darling.
Brandy and Baileys, my uncle used to drink.
Oh, brandy! I've never had a brandy and Baileys, but I do like my brandy on the rocks in one of those massive glasses. It has to be in a massive glass, otherwise it doesn't taste the same. Anyway, I love brandy because I can fit all of my 12-inch rulers in here. It's absolutely fantastic. But let me show you the clever thing about these bags. Everything is thought about because look, we've got these extra little flaps on brandy here, which you can see. And what that does is allow you to open that out flat so everything is accessible in that tray. Easy to pull that out, access the things you want to work on, push it back in when you're not using it. But these two little flaps here catch on the side, so if you've got things rattling around, they're not going to fall out the side. It creates that little hinge for you, which means when you fold it up, your sides are encased and your little bits and bobs aren't going to fall out, because you don't want your bits and bobs falling out those spaces, do you? So that's brandy. This one I use a lot, and it's Gail. I always forget the names. I have to check. I'm not good at remembering names. I don't remember names of family members, so the bags have got no chance, I have to say. But Gail is amazing for all of your alcohol ink refills. And you know, I love to do my colouring, so I've got my favourite illustrator colours here, and I've just got my refills ready so that when I'm travelling, if I'm colouring and one of my markers starts to run out a little bit or run dry, I can quickly refill it because they're my favourite colours that I use all the time, and they're inside the bag. Also means if you're not tidy or you knock a one and you've got a little bit of a spillage, it just wipes up inside and it hasn't gone over everything because it's nicely contained in there. This particular one, which is Monica, is one of my favourites, actually just for my tape and my repositionable tape, and I use a lot of it. So I do usually have one of these just full all the way along with my repositionables in there, and it means that all of my die cutting isn't going to move when I'm travelling. It's a nice little size with a little handle just to keep you organised with that. Now, this one also fantastic, and this is Merle. Is it Merle or Myrrell?
Myrrell.
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 Myrrell is great.
Myrrell.
So it's not like, see, I thought it was Merrill.
It's not Merrill.
It's not Merrill like Street.
Not Meryl Streep.
Because Merrill has an E in. This is an M-Y-R-E-L.
Myrrell like squirrel.
Yes, Myrrell. Myrrell. I mean, I don't know if I'm saying it right, Myrrell. I'm sorry if I'm not, but I think that's what it is. She's brilliant because she's got a whole lining tray in here, and this is great. You know, I love to do all of my sewing, and I've got all of my bobbins in here. I keep my threads. I keep my little spools that go with my thread. They're in the tray. They're not rattling around all over. If I want to, I can take the tray out and work from the tray, but why would you? Because you've got all of the little touch fastenings in place and they're not going to go anywhere, and the convenience of the little handle to locate in your lowest tote if you want to. Now, one of my very favourites, this one. If I had to pick a favourite, it's Come On Irene. If I had to pick a favourite, she is fantastic. Now, brilliant. You can see we've got all of the little pearl drops in here, but I actually use Irene for the best glue in the world. I love Irene for this reason. She's got a little tray, but look, I keep my best glues in the world in here. I'm sure I've got another one knocking about somewhere because I have loads of them. The reason I love this is, look, you've got a two-step one-touch fastening. So you've got the bottom one for when I've got my short bottles in, but look, I've got the top touch fastening for my tall bottles, which means I can take my glues, they're not going to spill everywhere. It's the perfect height with that second touch fastening in there, so you can get your small bottles in on the one touch base fastening, and you can get your taller bottles in if that's what you want to do. And you've got the tray so they all stand up nicely, and when they're stood up nicely, they're not going to be rattling around. It is absolutely fantastic, Joe. There's a reason for every one of these bags. And you know, actually, I've got these in my caravan, and I don't, without craft stuff in, I have all of my cutlery in here. If you've got a mobile home or an RV, if you've got a caravan, if you're traveling, if you're going in a tent, if you've got one of those VWs that are huge now with an awning on the side, then these are fantastic for organising your foodstuffs, your packet sauces, your little packets of cereal, your little knives and forks in here, your cups, your picnic set. So many different things you can use them for. Absolutely fantastic. And absolutely put all your holiday organisation in and put them in the case, and you've got everything organised for you. Now, if you've got your portable craft room from us recently, you know, that fantastic big storage bag that we've got on wheels, all of these bags will fit on your shelves. So if you've got your portable craft room, when you're using your buddy bags, you can put them in and out of the shelves on your portable craft room with ease and be very organised. This one, Denise is a genius because she's got little dividers inside, which means you keep organised, but they don't all mix in together. So you can have your little die packets, your smaller dies, your foam pads, and because you've got each of these little lining trays in here, they're all kept completely individual and organised because the whole tray can come out, as you can see there. It's just genius, Joe, really. I mean, there's a use for every one of them, and not just for the reason they were designed. This is fabulous. I love this one. It's got that clever little side flap hinge situation going on, the same with the other bag before. But you can see this is perfect for your favourite marker collection.
There's less than 50 of these to go around now,
Oh.
Leanne, so people are going to need to be super, super fast for them. If they're in your baskets, check it out, because we're getting towards that situation. We've got more of you trying to get hold of these than we actually have stock available. So if it's in your basket and you want it, check it out. Sorry to interrupt you, Leanne.
It's okay. I'm just packing them away now, Joe, because
okay.
I think we've said everything we need to say, other than get them because they're awesome. And look how brilliant. Can I just show you? This is how I can hold, because of those clever little handles on the top. Look what I can do Now I can pick all of these up and I can go crafting. I can get them all in my hands, and because they've got that one touch fastening, nothing's falling out anywhere, it isn't coming apart. I can pick everything up. When could you pick all of that craft stuff up in 2 hands if you didn't have such a clever solution as this to be able to take them to the next place you're going to work? It really is a genius solution for everything you could possibly want to organise for your craft stuff.
Yes, absolutely. Or what you could do with them is put them in your lowest tote, because the lowest tote was designed to fit all of these in here. Now, what you'll notice is as well, this is just a random selection of buddy bags that I've got here in mind, but what you'll notice with all the buddy bags is that the handle is on the end, and the point of them is that you can lift them all in and out of your lowest tote very, very easily. You've also got pockets in the side of your lowest tote, which is brilliant. There's also a whole host of different suggestions. We've got tea bags and coffee in this one just here. So there's a whole suggestion and a whole host of information over on the Totally Tiffany section of our website as well, where it tells you about all the different uses and everything you can do. But Tiffany even talks about using this to take to the supermarket, to take to the shops with you. Pop a roast chicken in here is what she says as well. So definitely you can. It's going to store all of your buddy bags in here, which is awesome. Remember as well that you're getting included in here as well the Ditto tool organizer. Now, I absolutely love the Ditto organizer because it is fantastic. And the reason I think it's so fabulous is because you can either have it in this configuration, so it's a carry case that you take around, but when you're at home, you open it out and it sits flat against your work surface, which I think is absolutely brilliant. You can actually hang this as well if you want to, which I think is awesome. It's very, very busy on this collection already. £34 or $45 gets you both of them, which is absolutely fantastic. So this on its own, the Ditto on its own should be $25.99. So the combined price, $42.98. You'll get it for £34 in the UK, $45. Well, again, everything you'd expect. Really nice, good, deep gusseted pockets all the way around on here. Really lovely handle as well. You can get so much into here, from pens to foils to all those different things. Leann's going to take us back through all the uses again in a moment. Remember though, what you're also getting is you're getting the lowest too. So you're getting both of those, which is absolutely awesome. Remember as well, if you're going for this configuration, which is right here on your screen, remember as well that the brand new launch will fit into this. £34 or $45 if you want to go for that. Let me just remind you though of that awesome brand new launch as well, which is of course our craft and carry workstation. It is available to you in the black right here. It's also available to you in the turquoise as well. It's very, very busy. I know 15% of the turquoise has sold out and gone already just in this first launch show. You're going to get so much in there. It's also going to go into your lowest tote for you as well. Loads of chatter about the that brand new craft and carry workstation. Mariah says, morning all, I already have 3 craft and carry stations on their way. We'll use one for crafts and one for sewing, and the third will find a home, I am sure. Nikki says she's been organising the cupboards. She's so pleased with the outcome, thanks to all of her Totally Tiffany items. Mary, loving that the workstation. Mariah says, this is one of my favourite Totally Tiffany products. Can't wait to use mine. Christine says as well, the workstation will be ideal for when I bring a ton of things down from my attic craft room to work in the dining room. Everything will be right there and easy to move off of the table. Chrissy says, Tiffany, I received my craft and carry case 2 days ago. I love it. Have to put all I need for my current project in there, my Christmas cards, and now they are all easy to find. Anne says as well, hi all, this product is fab. I've ordered 5. I'm going to store all of my Sarah signature collections in them, which is fantastic. And Evelyn says she is looking story embossing folders. Absolutely, it'll go in that workstation. Very busy for that, which is on your screen just there at the moment, but also very busy on this lowest tote, along with that Ditto tote as well, Leanne. A lot of storage options here for you. You're going to be able to get a lot of crafty things in these two, aren't you?
I think Lois is my superhero, not Superman, but his girlfriend, Lois the Toad here, honestly, because it's genius, the fact that she's being made, and please don't be offended, Lois, but with a big square bottom. It's fabulous that she's been built in that way because you can fit everything in right into the corners, which is why all of your buddy bags nest in here so well. But actually there's two little bits inside this Lois tote that we don't usually focus on. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to empty her out and I want to show you what else you've got inside here, because we always get very, very excited about the fact that all of these, but I mean, look at all of this fits inside. But you've got two of the genius pieces in here, Joe. You've got this little pocket here. Can you see? I've managed to lift that. There you go. Look at that. So you've got this extra little pocket in here. When you're going to your craft groups and your craft scrap group, or you know, if you're just going away to craft with a friend or wherever you're going, the first thing I lose and the first thing I want when I've finished a project is my telephone, because I want to take a photograph of it during the process of making it so I can remember and the finished project. And I want to get snaps of all of me and my girlfriends when we can all get together again. Being able to put your phone in there, and the fact that it's clear, you can see from the side of the bag and you're not panicking and rummaging around right to the bottom to see where it's fallen. Fantastic for that. Maybe stick a few dollars or a few pounds, a few coins in there to get a coffee, but it's all immediately visible. That's brilliant, having that extra little pocket in there. Genius. Now on this side we've got a whole other massive, can you see, pocket in there, which is absolutely brilliant for fitting in if you're traveling and you're going to be using your machine. Fits in your Gemini plates and your handles are still long enough to be able to pick it up. It's absolutely glorious, Joe. There are so many clever little details in here that it just makes my heart happy, and it's very easy to just pop everything back in. All of these buddy bags nest side by side like those little Tetris blocks and mean that you can just get your hands on them straight away, because you put everything with the handle facing up, means that you can immediately identify which one you want and just lift it straight out. And look at everything, look how fabulous that is. But you can keep putting in your things. Things will just go down the sides. Remember, we've got that pocket we've just talked about for our Gemini plates there. They're fitting in fabulous at the side. And you know how much I love a big cutting mat? My big cutting mat all the way down the side there fits in great. And the thing that I love, extra long handles.
Perfect.
I can still get a good grab on that and take it where I'm going. And I've got a ridiculous amount of space left in the top here to be able to cram in everything else I want, like my guillotines or anything that I'm taking with me. It really is fantastic and very well made. It's very robust. You know, it can hold a lot of weight. It's see-through. You can see what you've got in there. You've got all those little extra pockets in, and fantastic for just stashing full of your buddy bags and getting yourself organised, Joe.
And that's only half of what you're getting though, isn't it, Leanne? Because it's very busy, £34 or $45 if you want to go for it. 30% of the stock now has gone, and it's a great price considering you're also getting that ditto in there as well.
Well, this is another thing that just makes my heart happy. I mean, honestly, fabulous. These types of craft totes are amazing and very, very useful, and we've all been using them for years. Of course, Tiffany has done what Tiffany does best, and she's put her own take on it. So you've got all of your see-through pockets where you need them to be able to get your stuff in. You've got the perfect depth pockets for your sprays, for your pencils, two perfectly sized pockets for your best glues in the world. You've got all of this compartmentalized organisation here so you can get things where you want them. Look at that, 4 rolls deep of foil there. Look how deep that pocket is. Look how many illustrators are packed in there, and it's not even full. I've got a whole stack of ink pads, but the absolute genius joy for me is the fact that this opens up like this, so I can use it in one long line if that's what I'd like to do, because nothing annoys me more at home. This is how exciting my life is. When I've got one of these totes and I'm working, having to pick the thing up and twist it round to find the other thing, and I'm constantly I mean, it's good for the bingo wings, Joe, but I'm constantly having to do this to turn it round. Oh no, Tiffany's thought about that. She's put some one-touch fastening there, given you that little hinge, so now I just open that out and I have it in a straight line in front of me at the top of my desk, everything there, use it, fold it up, takes half the space, put it to the side. Absolutely fantastic, really it is. Geniusly thought through.
It's a really, really gorgeous collection there. You get both of them for that price as well. £34 or $45, 35% now of that stock has sold out and gone. It is really, really busy there. It was also super duper last call on those buddy bags as well. I know they are hanging on by a thread. If they're in your basket, make sure you check them out because you will lose them. We do have a second buddy bag bundle for you on the show. It is the pen and ink collection. Now, you're going to get 2 times of this because what you're going to get is you're going to get Deborah, who is brilliant for storing in here your markers. So all of your alcohol markers, your aqua markers, your standard size markers work beautifully in here. And then what you're going to get is you're going to get 2 of Stephanie as well. Now, Stephanie is brilliant for storing things like your ink pads in here, but you've also got gem drops and you've got powders in here as well. You've got absolutely loads in there. £25.56 or $28.76 is your price if you want to get your hands on these. Remember, you're going to get 2 of the Deborah and you're going to get 2 of the Stephanie in here as well, which is absolutely awesome. Here you can see exactly what it is that you are getting, which is brilliant. Gives you a little idea of how you're going to use those as well, with all your different pens and ink pads in there. And also pens and ink pads, something that a lot of our crafters have a lot of, aren't they, Leanne? You know, they're always looking for different ways to store these. But I love the smaller ones here because really great for, maybe you've got all of your pens stored in your craft room, you know, against your wall in some of our pen storage trays, but sometimes you just want to be able to take a handful of those. Now, whether you're taking them downstairs, on a train, on a plane, whatever you're doing, it's nice to have the sort of portability, isn't it?
Oh my word, yes it is. And it just makes my heart happy. You know, us crafters we have a ridiculous amount of stuff. Sometimes we forget the stuff we've got, and sometimes we just can't be bothered to even try and sort it out to take with us so we can have a nice time. Like you've said, Joe, on a plane, on a train, on a little weekend away, because actually the thought of trying to sort all of that out and work out what you want to take just makes your head hurt, and so you'll go without it. I've been in that position before in the past. Since I've been totally Tiffanized in my life, and now that I have lots of organisation at home, it makes it so much easier. I even, when we're going on a car journey with my husband, I have a lap tray and my little packet of pens, and I just colour on a lap tray. You know the trays with a bean bag on the bottom that make it nice and sturdy on your knee? I sit in front of the car and I colour. This little packet here for your markers is genius for that because I can put my favourite colours in there. Let's say I'm going to be doing some florals, or if I was going to be doing some faces or whatever I was going to be colouring. And then the brilliant thing about it is you've got those 2 little flaps on the side again that we were talking about. But what you can do with those is fold those back against each other and then fold this behind. And I'm just going to show you from this side so you can see. So fold those under, and then from behind here, what you've got is another piece of one-touch fastening which keeps that out of the way, and so now you've got a very convenient pen pot to work from. But when you've finished working in your pen pot, you can detach from that one-touch fastening at the back again there with that extra strip which keeps it organised for you. Bring those 2 little flaps down at the side, pop them in place, fasten it at the front, and now you're ready to go and your pens aren't going to fall out at the side. Really fabulous for travelling on the go, and it allows me to select from my big marker storage, you know, with all of my 216 classy colours in there. It means I can just pick my favourite 20 pens and take them with me rather than having to worry about taking 216 and it being really heavy. And that just fits in my handbag, just fits in my purse, and I just take it with me and I can colour along. And actually what I do, Joe, another top tip from me, is I stamp myself some 6x4 pieces of toppers. So I cut my card to 6x4 and I've got all of my toppers pre-stamped, and I just pop them in there at the back, and my pieces of card are kept nice and straight. They don't get messy or dog-eared, and so the pieces I'm going to colour on pre-stamped and my pens are all in that one little pouch, and that's all I have to take with me. This ink pad storage is absolutely genius, and the reason it's genius is it looks back to front when you open it up here, so you think, well, what's going on there, Leanne? Because I can't see anything, what's happening? Well, the genius thing is you can see everything from the back, which means when you pick this up, so you've opened it up, and when you pick it up, you can select the colours that you want very easily. So I know that I want this stack of ink pads to work with now, and I'm going to pop that to one side work with my stack of ink pads because I've got them there. I can see the colours I wanted from the back of the bag, and when I need to put it away, it goes in its perfect little slot. There it is. Fasten up the one-touch fastening again, and we're good to go.
Absolutely awesome. 25.56, 28.76 gets you 2 of the Deborah and 2 of the Stephanie. Do you think, Leanne, we could, you know, I mean, I know it's a Totally Tiffany masterclass, right? But do you think we could just maybe go like rogue a bit and just do like a little bit of a bit of MIDI, maybe just like a little bit of a soupçon, in anticipation of that later Craft House show. What do you think?
I'd love to.
Awesome. Right, okay then, whilst you get ready for that then, I will remind you of this brand new workstation. What I love about this as well is how you can get so much into here as well. It is absolutely awesome. So, all of your little small pots. It's a little bit like the tiered systems that Tiffany does for your shelving almost, you know, like the pen and ink palettes and stuff like that. It's that kind of size. I love that you've got the small pockets in the front of here that are almost like a little slip pocket, which are going to enable you to get little bits in there. You've then got the smaller one in here for things like your gilding waxes, your embossing powders, your explosion powders. You've got tape in here, you've got tape runners and low tack tape. We've then got a section with pads, which I love. So we've got 6x6s in here, 8x8s. We've even got some hand sanitizer in there, because let's face it, you've got to have that everywhere these days. We've got brushes in here, which is awesome. A die release brush. We've got ball tools in here. Another tape runner in here. I've got my craft knife in here. Even a little bone folder in there and scoring tool. There's another bone folder. Sparkle pens, tweezers. Tri-blend markers as well in this end here. Then round the other side, we've then got adhesives in here too, so we can fit all of those. Then we've even managed to put a craft mat in the side of here, which is absolutely awesome. We've then got as well this here, which is our guillotine, which is brilliant, and room to put papers in the back. You can even put 12x12 papers in here if you want to. There is so much you're going to be able to do with this. There are so many options. Yes, think about crafting. Also think about all of the other things that you're going to use as an organizer around your home. This is absolutely brilliant. Let me run you through the options that you've got there as well. You've got the turquoise, as you can see, $26.99 or $31.49, and you've also got the black there as well, which is brilliant. As Tiffany said, you know, earlier, if you want to use it as a home office, if you're using it for maybe for the children or the grandchildren when they come around to put all their stuff in there, absolutely you can. Right, I want to give you an opportunity to check out. I can see it's really, really busy. So what I want to do is I'm going to share with you all the details of how you can watch and shop at the same time. Take a look.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the Crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
Absolutely, and it's totally free to join, so why wouldn't you? Right, Leann is so excited over there. We are, of course, going to be talking about this puppy for the next little bit of the show. We'll come back to Tiffany items towards the end of the show. Half the stock of the midi is gone. Yesterday wasn't the launch. Today's kind of the launch. We'd give you a little bit like a VIP sneak preview. You know, like when you own the really posh credit card and you get access to the concert tickets first. That's what happened. Sarah basically just demanded that she had it on her show yesterday. $69.99, $89.95. Club Inspire Platinum members can get this for £56 or $71, which is absolutely awesome. But how do you feel about Sarah just having it yesterday, just sort of commandeering it, Leann? Half the stock's gone, by the way, I need to let you know. But this is small, Leann. Gosh, it's mighty, isn't it?
First things first, I'm going to have Sarah Davies in the law court of Leann. How very dare she steal the thunder of the midi? Anybody would think she owned the company.
Anyone would.
Rude. But actually, this is an amazing machine, and I don't blame her for 1 second wanting to tell you about it really quickly, because it's something that we're all incredibly proud of and very excited about here at Crafters Companion. It is a portable machine, a manual machine, but it doesn't half pack a punch, as you said, Joe. It will deliver for you all of the power, performance and precision, the 3 Ps that you get from your Gemini and your Junior from an electronic machine, but in a portable manual machine. It truly is phenomenal. Do you want me to get straight into showing you how it works, Joe?
Please do, because I am super excited.
It is phenomenal, it really is. So what you've got with your Gemini MIDI is a manual machine. Now we've got everything that you would expect from this in terms of power and performance, but what I want to do is just show you first that you've got these really powerful positioners on the base of the machine. So when you're using it, give it a push, and then that really holds it still while you're using it. When you want to lift this up and move it around, look how it's lifting my craft mat. That's how powerful those suction feet are. Just rock it to yourself, and when you rock it, you break the seal so you can pick it up and move it. Now, what is die cutting and what is it? Well, do you know, let's get straight into it and let's just cut something, because you need to know what this is if you're brand new. You get these folders included. You get one of these and you get a shim. I'll talk to you about what the purple shim does for you in a second. With this folder, could not be easier. You take your folder, you take the piece of card that you want to cut, you take your metal die, and a metal die is a piece of metal which has been etched with a raised cutting edge to cut a pattern for you. Position that over the piece of cardstock you want to cut into. Fold.
That's a very, very detailed die that you're going to put through that machine.
It is a very detailed die, and you wouldn't think that you would normally be able to put something like this through a manual machine and get a good result, would you, Joe? So
I think there's machines out there that cost hundreds of pounds that wouldn't be able to cut this die.
You're absolutely right, but not with our MIDI. Now, I've put in the hinge first. Let me tell you, this is really important. What do I mean by hinge first? Let me show you. Each one of these cutting folders you can see is hinged. This is the hinge. This is the bit that goes in the mouth first, always, without fail. And that's how you're going to get more performance from your machine and from your folders as well. You're going to improve their lifespan, and it's how you're going to get an improved cut. You've seen how quick it was for me to roll that through. When I turn that over to you, look, you can see all of that cut detail there. And when I remove this from the metal die, you will see, look at this, and I'm just going to pop those out, and you can see all of those pieces just absolutely flying out there. Those 2 pieces are the butterfly wings, which are meant to stay in. There you go. Look at that detail. It's incredible, isn't it? I'm just going to put it behind a piece of white cardstock so you can see. That is what you can expect to achieve. There's a couple of little pieces in there which you would just take your pokey tool and pop out. They're cut, and I'm just going to show you that they're what we call in the craft world as little Klingons, because they're cut, but they keep in like a die cut piece of card, and you see they just pop straight out. You've got that incredible detail in there, and that cut in that one quick pass, and it is incredibly detailed. So that is what your manual Gemini MIDI is going to do for you. Now, the glorious thing about that, Joe, was all I did was take, where have I put my die? I've just put it down somewhere. Honestly, you can tell I'm getting old, can't you? All I did was take my folder my die and my piece of cardstock. I didn't have to worry about a plate combination. I didn't have to worry about whether I had the right shim in place. Have I got my die facing the right way? Am I cutting down? Am I cutting up? Do I need my shim in? Do I need my magnet in? I don't need to worry about any of that because I take my die, my card, my folder, fold it up, hinge first, into the machine, wind it through. And let me tell you that, look, you can see here the effort from me is minimal because we have done the fantastic gearing and mechanism in here, which makes the rolling through of this folder very, very easy for you and effortless. And then look again, this is a mirror card. So this is a piece of card with some glue and a foil. It's got lovely little swirly bits here, just catching on, and a foil, and it's gone all through all 3 layers of those with a really, really detailed die. Look, just falling out. I'm not having to use a pokey tool. I'm not having to use any effort. All I'm doing is pushing the little pieces with my fingers and they're all falling out. And you've got that amazing real detail there that you would not be able to achieve with a lot of machines out there, never mind a manual machine. You know that Gemini is the name that many of us now is synonymous with die cutting, which you can rely on. Power, performance, precision. That's what you get with a Gemini machine. With your large electronic machines, with your Gemini Junior, and you loved the Mini when we brought you the Mini. We give you all of the power, the performance, the pressure in an electronic machine, but in a portable manual machine, which now if you're crafting on the go, you don't have to worry about having an electric socket next to you anymore. And if you're a new crafter and the whole plate combination thing just confuses you and you don't want to worry about it, you don't need to worry about it any longer. Shall I show you some embossing, Joe?
Yes, please. Some questions coming in. Double-sided dies was something we talked about yesterday with Sarah, but also the other thing that a couple of us people are foiling with the MIDI. Do we recommend foiling with the MIDI?
We can't foil with the MIDI. So when you say foiling, if you mean can you put your foil press plate in here, you can't put your foil press in here because the size of the mouth is smaller than the Junior for a unique folder system that we've got. So even if you wanted to, you wouldn't be able to fit it in. It doesn't fit, but I wouldn't recommend that you do. That is specifically for use with your Gemini and your Junior. That's where you're going to get the performance from there.
Fabulous. Thanks for clearing that up, Leann.
And then your double-sided dies, yes, you can. Absolutely, you can. Those plates will fit in there, and we will put your sandwich for you on the internet now. Can I just?
Sarah's going to be in the law court of Leann because
she said no.
She said no yesterday. Yeah.
Well, when we were first doing the testing, I did tell everybody no. I have to say, so that message came from me first. However, we've done some more testing this week because we had a lot of questions from you. And so I challenged our manufacturer to do a life test for me using the double-sided die plates and double-sided dies. And actually it is working and working very well. And it's because of the pressure in this machine that it is working. Before, when I said no, I honestly believed that was something we were going to need to keep to the Junior and our electronic machines for the sandwich and the pressure. This week, because of when Sarah launched this on HSN and all of the questions we got, I've had a significant amount of testing done at our manufacturer.
We've done a U-turn.
And we're getting very good results. But you know, I like to share that with you.
Absolutely.
Because why would we keep that to ourselves and tell you, no, you can't, if you can? But I haven't had chance to do the memo in the office yet. And I'm not going to until Monday. So you're getting a sneak.
This is this is an exclusive you've got right here.
You know even before the boss.
Stop press.
Don't tell her. I bet you're all going to be messaging her and telling her I've shared it with you before I shared it with the boss.
We are. We really are.
Now, you've got your 2D embossing folders here, and your 2D embossing folders need this extra little purple shim that we include for you because they're not quite as thick as the folder we use when we're doing our die cutting. So use your little shim. Put your piece of cardstock inside with your 2D embossing folder, and then you just pop that in the mouth and wind it all through. And you'll see that'll come straight through to the other side. Could not be easier. Take your shim away, open up your folder, and you have got a beautiful embossed result with your regular embossing folders.
Awesome.
You can also do your 3D embossing folders, Joe. So with your 3D embossing folder, which you can see here, you don't need that little purple shim.
Okay.
This you keep to one side because this 3D embossing folder is the same thickness as your cutting folder. So exactly as we've done before, take your card, take your folder, close it up, pop it through the machine. So you put it in, always hinge first. I must absolutely insist and have you all with your hand up in the low court of Leann, promising that you will only ever put hinge in first. It's very, very important. But look how easy and effortless it is to roll through. No real effort required from me at all, but exceptional 3D
Amazing.
Embossing results you can see there on that Centura Pearl card.
And no added shims or anything inside or outside the folder?
Nothing at all. Just put it through, folder in, whap it through the machine, and it's done. I mean, it could not be more simple. It makes what we want, it makes the things we want to achieve absolutely effortless. Now, look at this. This is a piece of mount board, Joe. I know.
Hang on, mount board?
Mount board, Joe. Look at the
through the MIDI?
Look at the thickness. Look at the thickness. You can see that there. Look how thick that is. I'm going to do, can you see? I'm going to do the bang test now. Ready? I'm going to bang it on the desk. Mount board, just so everybody knows. And one of our mixed media deep dies. These are the dies that we do in Softcraft and in our mixed media cutting. So for all of your mount board, your fabric, your thicker materials, your burlap, your tin can, your felt, all of those things, these dies you would use. You wouldn't think you'd be able to do that through a...
a burlap?
Yeah, burlap.
Really?
I'll do it for you at 4 o'clock. I've got some in my crafty box. I'll have a rummage and I'll find it for you. You wouldn't think that you'd be able to do something that requires so much pressure on a thicker material through your MIDI machine. Now, you will need to give it a little bit more of a wind because obviously you've got a really thick material and a thicker die in there. But you can see that I've been able to get that through. And look what I've done. I have cut myself a mount board shaped butterfly topper to decorate up and do my mixed media on through my manual machine, my folder based system, without any effort at all. It's absolutely fantastic. Now I will give you a little warning, Joe. These dies are much deeper for the powerful cutting that they have to perform. Because they're deeper and they're cutting that more powerful material, you will not get the same longevity out of the folder that you would just with regular thin metal die cutting and regular cardstock. So you will reduce the lifespan slightly, not a lot, so you might need to replace it a little sooner, but actually I'm all right with that, being able to cut my mount board with my thicker dies. The fact that I might need to replace this a little bit sooner, I'm not really bothered about, to be fair, because I want to cut all of the materials and have all of the fun. So that doesn't worry me. But that's your choice to make, and I just want to be very honest and very clear with you about that so you can make the decision.
They're very cost effective, aren't they, the folders in here? We have the folders available for you in this show, actually, which is absolutely awesome. So we've got the MIDI accessories, the plastic shim. If you want to get that, it's $4.99 or $6.95. If you want to get the plastic folders, you get 2 of them for $8.99 or $11.95. So I'll just show you some pictures of those here. So there's the purple shim that I talked about. Half the stock of the purple plastic shim has gone at $4.99 or $6.95. Then we also have the 2 plastic folders available for you as well. 80% of these though have gone. You're getting 2 of them in there for $8.99 or $11.95. So as far as like replacing plates goes or replacing folders, it's very, very cost effective with the Gemini MIDI, which is one of the reasons why I think you're loving it. I am just hearing how busy it is on that Gemini MIDI at the moment. Very, very busy on the Gemini MIDI. Also still very busy on our workstation, our new Craft and Carry workstation. 15% of the black has sold out and gone. 20%, a fifth of that turquoise has sold out and gone as well. We will be returning to that before the end of the show to give you another look at that. It is very busy on that MIDI as well. I know we kind of relaunched it yesterday. Half the stock had gone when we came live this morning. 60% now of our stock has gone. Leanne, you might have a little bit more insight into this than I do. What I was saying yesterday is, of course, we're going to restock the MIDI because it's going to become one of our core cutting items that we use across all of our different shows. However, this is the launch stock right now. So when this launch stock sells out, you'll get it back, but there's going to be a wait. I can't imagine in a month for Sundays that's going to be this year. Can you?
No, definitely it will be next year. I mean, I know how long they take to make, and each one of these machines is assembled by hand, and we have quality assurance checking at every point, so down the manufacturing line, and then a whole series of tests that every single machine we manufacture goes through before it gets put in the box. So that elongates the amount of time. It's not like it's put at the beginning of a line and they go through, some machines put some screws in and it falls off the end and goes in a box. That doesn't happen with us. We have a very robust process of assembling these and quality assuring at every stage to make sure that you get the very best quality that is available for you, and a machine that performs, as you're seeing me do here, with really detailed die cuts, mount board toppers, fantastic embossing, both 3D and 2D. It's the quality of the machine, and so it takes time, Joe. And not only does it take time to make, it takes time to ship. So, you know, if you're looking at 2 months just to get it here, from leaving our manufacturing facility to it landing in the UK. So it's going to be months, really. It's going to be...
get it now. Don't miss out. Get it now. 60% of the stock has gone. I don't know if there's any more shows planned in with it either. So make sure you grab it whilst we've got it. $69.99, $89.95. Remember though, Club Inspire Platinum members, you're looking at about £56 or $71, which is awesome. Still loads more to share with us though, Leah. There's so much you can do with this. I just couldn't believe, right, we saw some recent launches, I'm going to say, you know, of die cutting machines, electronic die cutting machines that are out there. There are loads of them out there on the market that cost hundreds of pounds and hundreds of dollars. And genuinely, I mean it when I say this, they cannot do the job that our Gemini MIDI can do. Value for money, Leanne, it's incredible, isn't it?
It is incredible. And you know, the reason for that, Joe, is that you've got me as Head of Product Development at Crafters Companion. And I say that genuinely when, you know, people who know me, and you know me well, Joe, know that I'm a bit of a hard taskmaster. I have a reputation for that, and I don't shy away from it.
Taskmaster, yes. That's one of the things that I've heard said.
What? Just one of them. Because I want everything we make to be the very best it can be. I'm a crafter. I spend my money on craft things. I collect craft things, I use craft things, I craft every day of my life, as do you. I want the things I spend my money on to be the very best quality, give me the ease of experience, but that I know I can rely on them for a lifetime of that product to continue delivering that performance and to make things easy for me. That is what our products do, and that is what I hold all of our manufacturers to in terms of account and quality assurance. If it doesn't meet my exacting standards, it's not getting brought to you. But we want to bring it affordable too. And this machine gives you everything you would expect. It gives you no reduction in performance. Everything the Junior will do with a 6x9" plate, with a 6x9" folder and a manual machine, you can achieve exactly the same as you would with your Junior with this machine. It's fantastic.
I mean, I'm not going to say I revel in getting Sarah told off, but I'm going to share something else with you. Susie T says you have to tell Sarah about the hinge first bit because she told us to put it in the wrong way around. It's according to Susie T. I mean, Susie T, you've really set the cat amongst the pigeons here. Vicky Sutton says, well, would we be able to use the puzzle die with the MIDI? Do you know what? I've just realised. Have we launched the puzzle die in the UK?
I don't know. I don't know.
We have.
I don't know if we have.
Maybe we didn't, I just wasn't here. Maybe I was on a day off. But yes, would you be able to use that puzzle die?
Well, the puzzle die is 5x7. Cool. And it's a mixed media die, which is like that butterfly, which means it's going to take up most of this plate. It's going to be more difficult to wind through because it's taking up a lot of the space.
Okay.
And because it's a full space on your folder, you will use your folders a little more quickly. But if you can wind it through, then give it a go because it will fit through. You've just seen me do the butterfly. So I'm going to caveat it with, you won't get as many uses out of your folder. You might need to replace that a little sooner because it's a big mixed media die going through the machine. But in terms of can the machine do it? Absolutely, yes, it can.
I think we've got a new motto there for the MIDI. If you can wind it through, it will do. There you go. that's the motto of that story. Also, someone asked as well, can you just let them know exactly what comes included in the box as well, Leanne, when you get a set?
Absolutely, I can. I'll just show you this result. So you just see me winding it through. I've used one of my mixed media dies again. And look, I've done, it would have done 6, I'm sure. I've just done 4 layers of quilting cotton with my MIDI and my mixed media die through the MIDI machine. And it went through, look at this little aperture here, went through, warm knife through butter. So I think I could have maybe got 5 or 6 layers in there actually, Joe. But brilliant. And I wanted to show you the same type of thing that we'd be doing on our Gemini Junior for you, and our Gemini to be fair, but we're doing it in the manual machine. So to tell you what you get in the box, you get your MIDI, of course, you get your machine, you get one of your cutting folders, and you get your purple shim, and you get your full instructions to tell you how to use it. I mean, we didn't really need to include that because it's put your stuff in the folder, wind it through. That's the instruction. I mean, it couldn't be easier, could it? It just really could not. And that's what you get in. And then if you want to get some additional folders, then of course you can do that. But to elongate the usage in your folders, you don't just have to use them in one way. They will fold back. The hinge has a full capability of winding back on itself. So a little like you do your flip and rotate with your regular plates inside your Junior, then we can do the flipping with the folder, and that extends the amount of usage because you can use all 4 of the surfaces. I've got one more little detailed die out here prepared, and it's a lovely little ribbon lacy die. Again, exactly as you've said, Joe, there are machines out there which are manual or even electronic that would not be able to cope with something as detailed as this lacy die without extra shims of cardstock or other things going in there. And you'll see from our MIDI how easy it is. You just pop the die, the piece of card, into the folder, hinge first always, wind that through, and then you have got, let me just get this out, look at this, the most beautiful little lacy die cut popped straight out, and you have got that in seconds.
Sorry, that was me fiddling around with the pens, excuse me. Christy's asked, can you use the mini folders in the MIDI?
Marvellous question. Let me grab a mini. I've got one somewhere. I think it was in my Tiffany storage over
which one?
there. It was in the new one. There was some little, the new one.
Oh yeah, I've got MIDI. I've got them. Yeah.
The mini, yes. Can you just fling it at me, Joe? Thank you. Let's just literally, thanks. A socially distant fling there. He did a lovely frisbee of that, didn't he? That was marvellous. So this is the Gemini mini cutting folder, which you can see. This could be one of the Gemini mini embossing folders, if you like. And so you can see, absolutely, yes, you can use those through your MIDI if that's what you'd like to do. And actually, I haven't tried this. I'm going to try it. Oh, hang on. I'm trying it. Look at that!
You're doing it.
Oh, synchronized.
You're really doing it.
Synchronized mini folders through the MIDI. So look, I'm excited about this. Guys, I didn't even know. Thank you for asking the question. Imagine this. Get your MIDI folders, one die cut in here, one die cut in here, both of them through the MIDI at the same time. Or, even better, oh my word, I'm so excited, Joe. I need to find a MIDI embossing folder. I mean, this is ridiculous. I've seen them. Hang on, bear with. I'm running over here. I'm coming back in a second.
Very, very busy. Getting very busy on the $69.99, $89.95. Of course, everyone pretty much in the club as well, remember. So if you are a Club Inspired Platinum member, we're going to take this down to £56 or $71 and change. So it really is an awesome launch price that you've got on this collection. But 60% of the stock has now gone. Oh, here we go. What you got now?
Right, okay. I'm just getting a little bit of cardstock.
I think I know what you're going to do.
Oh my word, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. You are going to be able to do this at home. Now imagine there's a die cut in here, because you've just seen me die cut that little lace, haven't you? That little lacy one. So I'm not going to get a bit of cardstock in there, but look, I've got an embossing folder for some embossing, and I've got a die cut in here. And I'm going to put them both in my MIDI, and I'm going to wind them through embossing and die cutting at the same time.
On the same piece of card?
No, different card. So 2 projects in one. Die cutting a piece for my project, embossing a piece for my project, but doing them at the same time. How fantastic is that? But you know what, Joe? You could do it on the same piece of card. I'm convinced.
Yes.
I'm doing it now.
Or you could do 2 different embossing folders on the same piece of card.
Yes.
There's so many options. It's a MIDI adventure. Anita says, can you ask if the MIDI will cut vellum without any other shim?
Yes. I don't see why not. We could try that for you.
It's a very high pitch yes, but it's a yes all the same.
Yes.
Elaine says the manual MIDI machine would be great in case there is a prolonged power outage. It's big enough for most of your die cutting, then you can do your crafting and help yourself feel closer to normal during a tough situation. So it's funny, so we don't really get power cuts in the UK, do we,
No.
Leanne? They're not really a thing, thankfully, for us. But you guys apparently you guys in the US get a lot more of them than we do, unfortunately. So yes, if the power does go, absolutely this is a great machine for you to use to keep crafting. Get a candle lit, get your MIDI out, you'll have a lovely time. Are you going from the other side?
So now look at this, right? So I've got 1 piece of cardstock, 1 full, I'm going to show you because I want to show you. Look there. 1 piece of cardstock, a die and an embossing folder. And then what I'm going to do is for my die cutting, wrap this folder over, just make sure that's there. And for my embossing, this folder on that piece of cardstock.
Awesome.
Can you see? Now, it could be, now this is going to cut a full piece out, but imagine if this was an edgeable die.
Oh, yes.
So then for your card front, you've got an embossed panel with an edgeable cutting and embossing at the same time. Joe.
Oh, game changer.
I feel like I've had an epiphany. Oh my word, look at that. So I've got the die cut and I've got the embossing. If that was an edgeable, that edge will be down the side, but it has not impacted on the quality of my die cutting at all. I've still got that beautiful lacy border. Oh, I'm loving that idea.
Daisy says, OMG, Leanne, you put a big smile on my face with your excitement. Margaret says, can you ask Diane, that's, what have I called you so far?
Stephanie and Diane.
No, Diane.
Where's
Oh
that
dear,
come from?
what is going on
I
with
have
me
no
today?
idea. I have no idea. I won't hold it against you.
Margaret has said, Joe, please can you ask Leanne if you can use mixed media dies in the Mini?
Well, do you know, I mean, you should never say never, should you? We'll find it, we'll try it, we'll answer that at 4 o'clock for you.
Awesome,
Okay.
there you go.
Now, I'm going to use here, I've got my mixed media die and I've got a piece of real leather and it's had the sniff test. You can see I'm using it the nap side up so you can see that it's real leather there. So I'm going to pop this through my MIDI. And it's real leather, and I actually buy my leather in bags of offcuts off the auction website, and I get them for like £2 for a whole bag full, and brilliant for doing your little crafty projects like that. So you can see that mixed media die has cut my leather, my real leather, in no time at all. Pick up my 3D embossing folder, pop my piece of real leather inside, hinge first, through my MIDI. Look how quick and easy it is, and look at the quality and depth of emboss that I've got on that leather. Brilliant for little handbag charms, for gifting, for mixed media projects. The pressure, look, none of the performance compromised in any way, shape or form with this fantastic little machine. And as you said, Jo, you're quite right. You wouldn't get this type of performance from some of the much more expensive machines out on the marketplace, and you wouldn't get the reliability. And of course, it doesn't have the Gemini name. With here, you've got that reliability. It's a Gemini machine. Power, performance, pressure. The 3 Ps.
Absolutely, you have, which is awesome. It is incredible value for money. A lot of you wanting to pop a couple of extra of either the shims or the folders in your basket as well when you're grabbing this. Great idea to do that. 55% of the purple shim has gone $4.99 or $6.95 if you want to get that one. Then we've also got as well the MIDI accessories plastic folder. You get 2 of them here for $8.99 or $11.95. It's limited stock though, so you will need to be quick for that if you want it. Right, it's so much fun having an explore of the MIDI with Leann. We're going to see more MIDI in the 4 p.m. show as well, which is 11 a.m. East Coast. But whilst you check your baskets out, let's have a recap of all things MIDI with Leann.
Let me introduce you to the brand new addition to the Gemini family, our Gemini MIDI machine. It's a brand new portable manual solution with a fantastic 6x9-inch folder, which gives you all of the space that you need to be able to do your larger projects on the go. With the machine, you get both of these folders. You get your purple adapter plate, which is going to work with your cut and emboss and your 2D embossing folders, and you get your cutting folder, which works for you in the same way as the cutting folder in our Gemini Mini works, just on a much larger area. It is so incredibly versatile. Let me show you straight away the types of things you're going to be able to do with it. I've got a thick piece of card here and a beautiful lacy metal die, which we're going to cut all of that precision and detail in a folder-based manual machine. It winds really easily as you wind it through, and we've got suction cups on the machine which keep the machine nice and still while you're working on it. It will also cut all of your other materials, such as 4 layers of craft cotton. It will cut real leather. It will also cut your craft metal, and it will do your larger detailed dies on thick cardstock with the guarantee and the quality and the reliability of pressure, performance and precision that you get from the entire range of our Gemini family of machines. You can rely on with the Gemini MIDI. Now, it won't just die cut, it will also do all of your folders for you as well. I've got here one of our 2D embossing folders with some matte mirror card inside. What you will need with your 2D embossing folders is the additional adapter plate that we include for you, just to give it that extra space as it goes through the machine. Wind the folder through and you can see how easy that is for you. A beautiful, deeply embossed piece of cardstock for our projects. We can also use our cut and emboss folders. All you've got to do is put the material inside of the folder and then wind it through, and you will get beautiful results effortlessly. To use your 3D embossing folders, all you need is the folder itself. It could not be easier, and you're going to get all of that 3D sculpting, the performance that you would expect from a Crafter's Companion 3D folder directly through your MIDI machine. To position the Gemini MIDI, pop it onto your work surface and give it a good push down. If you want to release it from your craft surface, just tip the machine back towards yourself. You'll see it releases those suction cups, and then you can take your MIDI with you when you're away to craft, wherever you're going to craft. It really is a fantastically portable, lightweight solution with a much larger area for you to craft in. Brilliant for brand new crafters and experienced crafters alike. It's absolutely the machine you need in your stash to give you the confidence to craft on the go. Check out the Crafter's Companion website for more information.
All the details there of that gorgeous MIDI machine. You guys absolutely love that. Very, very busy. You'll be seeing more about the MIDI in that second show a little later today, which is awesome. We're going to be talking about, though, for the time being, of course, the workstation. Loads of you loving this. Just looking through some of your questions. Someone's asked how high it is. I actually got a ruler here, so I'm going to measure that for you. It's 25 centimeters in height, as long as you don't then obviously add additional height with whatever you're storing in there. So 25 centimeters is the height. Lots of you talking about, Charlotte, as I said, ordered 4. I know Liz ordered 4 as well. Carol says they fit really well in the portable craft room as well. I think she was talking about the buddy bags there as well. A lot of talk actually about portable craft rooms. Brownie's craft says she's gone for the turquoise. Leslie says she just ordered the collection, the extra Denise as well. Carol says she thinks she needs another room to hold all of her Tiffany products. I think so as well. Shadai says I've got 6 of the double-sided storage bags in my Lois tote. That is how much stuff you can store in there. I'm waiting for 2 more Loises as well. Some questions about the pen and ink bundle. Do the tri-blend pens fit in that one? I don't believe they do. So I will double check that for you with Leanne as well. But this is what we're talking about. It is a no. This is the brand new launch from Tiffany. It is absolutely awesome. As I said, you can get so much in here. It's very, very busy across both colour options in this show. $26.99 or $31.49, of course, is your price. And you're going to be able to get loads in here. This is the black. Let me show you the turquoise option as well, because of course the turquoise also very busy. £26.99 or $31.49, and very busy across both options there for you. You can get loads in. Don't just think about using this in a crafty sense. It's going to be awesome for organising. Maybe the children or the grandchildren come over and have their toys, or their arts and crafts. Maybe you want to have a home office in here. I have got the biggest pile of papers next to my hob in my kitchen. We've all got them, haven't we? We've all got that area of the house where we dump stuff like the papers, the envelopes, business cards as well. You've got that big pile. Get this, pop it all in there along with your envelopes and everything that you need. It would be a great way to get yourself organised for a whole host of different things, a whole host of different crafts as well, I would say. Right, I know Leanne is desperate to guide you back through this and show you all the things that's in there. Leanne, you've got so much in this one here in the studio.
Absolutely love it, really I do, Joe, because you can fit everything in, but not only can you fit it in, you can fit it in and see it and find it again. It has been really cleverly designed and thought through. The fact that you've got that brilliant waterfall approach to it is absolutely genius. The fact that you've got these lovely wide pockets where you can see I've got 4 bottles deep on that particular piece of storage there, and I've also got a whole repositionable tape and a tape pen runner side by side, 2 of my large Pebeo gilding wax pots and all of my embossing powder and glitter here. This little clear pocket at the front, brilliant for my go-to tools that I always lose, pokey tool, bone folder and my little paper distressers. The fact that we've got these extra little compartments to really organise everything, where I've got tri-blends, I've got brushes, I've got my large bone folder, I've got my big Crafter's Companion scissors in here, another tape pen, my flower forming ball tools are in there, my die cleaning brushes in there as well. Absolutely packed. I've got my 8x8 and 6x6 full paper pads in there. I've got 4, 2 8x8, 2 6x6. I've got my MIDI folders stashed behind there as well for using with my MIDI. And then I've got my small guillotine, my Crafter's Companion guillotine, all in the back there, which is fantastic. And then brilliant that we've got these side pockets where you can see we can get our markers. We've got our little mesh pockets in there to get more in. On this side, 2 bottles of my favourite glue, my tacky and my all-purpose, in a perfect pocket. Another place to put my craft mat when I'm going to do all of my inky techniques. And then fantastic that we've got this extra pocket, padded pocket in the back here for my letter size or A4 cardstock. I've also got my craft cutting mat in that little pocket, but Amazingly, you can also fit in here your large cutting mat. So you can see the very big one fits in there perfectly, and I can use that just to keep it stood out of the way. And then the foot space that this takes is not very much at all, but the amount of stuff that you've got in here, if this was all over your craft desk or your dining table or your kitchen bench, your table in your bedroom, wherever it is you're crafting, even if you're fortunate enough to have a beautiful crafting space like Tiffany, it is still brilliant to get this organised and to one side, because it means that you can easily put your hands on whatever it is that you want to work with. You can access it, you can see it, and you're organised with it. And that for me is the pure joy of this. And I'm actually going to have 2 or 3 with different crafts organised into them. I'm going to have one for paper craft, one for my inking, and then one for general tool storage. And I'm going to be able to lift them up and put them down as I'm working, depending on which one I want. And that is going to be phenomenal in terms of getting me organised, and meaning also that my setup doesn't take a long time. That's one of the things that really frustrates me as well with crafting, Jo. It's the setup and breakdown when I'm changing from paper craft to inking, having to put everything away, lift everything out again. And actually sometimes if I've only got half an hour, I won't do it because I think, oh, I haven't got the time to lift everything back out and then get started. Oh, I'll do it again another day. And actually it takes that away from me because I can just pick this up. I've got everything I need. I've got it in 2 minutes, and then I can use the 28 minutes that I've got left to do a little project. It really is brilliant in terms of just reclaiming your space and reclaiming your time.
Absolutely. And getting yourself organised. Great Christmas gifts as well. Lots of you talked about giving these as a Christmas gift. $26.99 if you're in the UK. $31.49 if you are in the US. We'll be focusing on that workstation again in the later show. Remember, we've got another show coming up today. It's the Craft House, and Tiffany will be our guest once again, and that'll be 4 p.m. If you are here in the UK, 11 a.m. if you are across on the East Coast. Right, that buddy. Oh, I did this yesterday, didn't I? I called it a baddie bug yesterday. That buddy bag bundle has totally sold out and gone. Congratulations if you got your hands on it. However, I do have individuals available for you. So yes, the bundle has gone. Yes, some of them are still available individually. Let's start with Brandy. Now, Brandy is absolutely awesome because Brandy is brilliant if you love rulers. If you love rulers, you're going to absolutely love Brandy. Half the stock of Brandy has gone individually. Also awesome for things like ball tools, brilliant for your paintbrushes as well. Also really good for knitting needles, crochet hooks works in here as well. Brilliant also for things like templates. If you've got a lot of templates that you love to use and craft with and you want to store those, absolutely, you can put those in there. Brandy's got the side flaps as well, which are awesome, which means that it stops anything falling out. So if you do have smaller items in here, they're not going to fall out of the gaps either side of the lid, which is brilliant. $4.99 or $7.99 if you want to go for Brandy. Up next, one of Leann's favourites, it is Gail, which is awesome. Now, Gail is brilliant for all of your different alcohol inks. So we've got just here, so you can see I've got lots of alcohol inks in this one. It's also wonderful for little stone drops, glossy accents that you might want to put in there. All of those little things, they fit in there beautifully. And remember, they all store in that lowest tote awesome as well. 40% of Gale has sold out and gone. Next one is Leann, is the next one we have here. Now, Leann is great. Do you know what Leann works well for? Leann is an awesome paper towel or kitchen towel holder. She's about to sell out, our Leann. She's going to go, I'm afraid. Limited stock on Leann. Now, so great if you want to have paper towel in there. You can just use a paper towel dispenser, which is awesome. It's also fantastic for getting lots of something in. So let's say with, maybe you've got the Prism, Hunky Dory Prism Mist, the Distress Oxide sprays. Maybe you've got whole collections of things like this. Maybe it's paints that you want to store in here. So maybe you've got little paints, coloured paints in there. It could be your glitter paste, maybe embossing powders. Maybe it's something like your chunky Chloe glitters. All of those kind of things where you want to store lots of them. You want to have them all together. Now remember, you can store them on their side in the lowest tote. These also work brilliantly on a shelf as well, because you can pull them on and off of a shelf really easy. That one, however, is limited stock if you want to get your hands on that. Right, let's move on to is Deborah. Do you know what? I'm going to get Stephanie as well, because Stephanie's available on her own, you know. So let's grab Stephanie too while we're here. But let's concentrate on Deborah for a second. So Deborah, again, has got the side flaps, which is brilliant, because it means that you can stop pens escaping down the side. The other great thing about it as well is what you can also do is take that flap over and stick it to the back. So it means that all of your pens, you can get them in and out easily. I think it's gorgeous when you're just taking a small selection of pens with you somewhere, which is awesome. It will fit in here our aqua markers, our classiques, and our illustrators. You cannot put your tri-blends or your tri-colours in here. For that, you will need the Sarah Buddy bag, which is out of stock at the moment, but we'll be back very, very soon. So we've got that one. I love this one as well. This one is Irene. And the great thing about Irene is if you've got smaller bottles, so in here we've got smaller bottles, we've got little explosion powders or pixie powders in here, you can do that. If you want to, though, pop a glue into there, you can. So if you were going to do all glue, let me just take a few of these powders out and show you. 60% of this one's gone, by the way. So if I take those out and I put 2 of my collars, I've got some bookbinding glue and some vellum glue here as well. If I use the top strap here instead, that top one, it means that I can get those larger items in there. So she's dual purpose, is Irene, which is awesome. So you can either use it with your smaller bottles and powders, or you could use it in the big ones. I think it would also make a great little makeup bag, this one as well, you know, Irene. It's a good little size. I'm thinking like liquid foundations, maybe you want to put all of your lipsticks in there, it would work really beautifully as well. Your nail varnish, you're going to have to show people what you were doing on the other side of the studio there, Leanne. Nail varnish going, yeah, as a nail varnish, actually, you know what, as a little manicure kit, wouldn't that work well? That would be really, really gorgeous. That's what our producer George needed yesterday. She chipped her nail. Right, let's move on to this one here. Now, this is a Monica. Now, Monica is awesome for low-tack tape, ink pads, gilding flakes. She's also brilliant for tape runners as well. Tape runners, you could store all of your tape runners in there beautifully. Half the stock of this one has sold out and gone. And the last one, Myrtle. We've got Myrtle up last. And Myrtle is great for a whole host of different things. She is wonderful for things like your bobbin. So in here, we just got a load of random threads in here. It's a great little sewing bag. It's a good size for that. It's also wonderful for ribbons as well. If you wanted to store all of your ribbons in here, or all of your, maybe your baker's twine. Maybe you've got large collections. Maybe it's things like washi tape. Maybe you want to store that in here. Half of Myrtle has now sold out and gone. They are all still available for you there individually. Don't forget, oh, I haven't done Stephanie. What am I like? Honestly, I didn't do Stephanie. Stephanie not available individually. Oh, I thought she was available individually as well, Stephanie. Yes, she is. She's on her own. There you are. So you can pop into here. You're different. Anything you want, really. I mean, you can do stone drops, or we've got ink pads in here. Maybe you don't have full collections of ink pads, but maybe you've got quite a few. So maybe you've got some of our opaque ink pads, some of our water reactives, some of our quick dries. You want to store them separately. This bag will allow you to do that beautifully, which is awesome. And it goes in and out of that lowest tote as well. 70% though of Stephanie is gone. What I will give you the details for as well is our pen link bundle. So if you want to go for 2 Stephanies and 2 Deborahs together, details are there, 25.56 or 28.76, which is awesome. Now, something else that is still proving very busy is that awesome deal that we had on the Ditto, along with the Lois as well. And Leanne, in fact, is going to take that through you now, because these all go perfectly in what Leanne's got coming up next.
Oh, I love Lois. I really do. I loved her when she was Superman's girlfriend, and I love her even more in a tote bag. It's brilliant that this tote bag has this fabulous square base for you, and all of the buddy bags that Joe's just been taking you through, you can see you store them on their end, so you literally just pick them up and take them out of the Lois tote. Could not be easier, because they all stand in there, and there is a ridiculous amount that you can fit in. I love the fact that you've got this extra little pocket in here. That's brilliant, and I use that for my mobile phone for a few pounds, a few dollars, so that I can get a cup of coffee and a donut when I'm away crafting.
Oh, I do love a donut.
Oh, I love a donut. What kind of donut do you like, Joe?
I like the one, I'm going to just come out and say it, the Krispy Kreme Nutella one.
Oh,
it's good.
yes.
or the Krispy Kreme peanut butter one.
Oh, I love both of them. I love
Absolute filth, both
Both
of
my
them.
favourites. They are just so Moorish. The other one that I like, they do a small one.
Oh, I've no time for that.
That's
a small
really nice.
one.
A small, not small.
Oh, I thought you
small.
said a small one, like a little one.
No, not a small one. A small one. A s'mores.
S'mores one, sorry. Oh yeah, delicious.
And they do one with a pearlescent top.
Shiny!
A
shiny donut.
Shiny donut. Honestly, it's amazing,
In
Joe.
Krispy Kreme.
In Krispy Kreme. And it's
Here
got a
in the
raspberry.
States.
Here.
Oh.
Here in the old U of K. Or U and K. Honestly, amazing. Have you not seen them? Pearlescent, like a raspberry pearlescent topping.
Oh, I need that in my life.
It is amazing. It
You
is
could
just,
get.
it
You could
changes
store
your life.
those in your buddy bags.
Yeah, you get whole boxes of Krispy Kreme. You get 10 boxes of Krispy Kreme in your buddy bag. But then you've also got this other fabulous little slot-in pocket here at the side. Brilliant for fitting your cutting mats in and your other bits and bobs and your Gemini plates. You can see that there. So you've also got internal storage in your Lois, which is brilliant. And it's very easy to get everything in and out. And I adore the other feature on Lois that cannot be underestimated, I have to say, are the long handles, because you can get a shoulder bag with the Lois and you can also fit in your taller cutting mat, no problem at all, and still use the handles. Now the Ditto, I must ask, when we're back with Tiffany at 4 o'clock, we must ask her why it's called Ditto. I'm interested to know. I don't know why. But anyway, she's amazing because you've got all of these.
Doesn't ditto mean like, oh yeah, the same, or same, or...
Well, I think ditto means as above, as before, the same. Repeat.
The same thing again.
The same thing again.
Well, that's because you've got two bits together.
Oh! There you go.
You've got the same on both sides.
Look, ditto. Oh, and is it the same on both sides?
I think so.
Is it? No. No, there's some differences, but never mind.
Well, we're going to have to get that.
We'll
We'll get
get that
clarification. We'll get the independent adjudicators to clarify that in the later
please,
show.
good, because it'll bother me. I'll not sleep tonight unless I know. But it's got amazing clear storage in here. You've got lovely capacious pockets for your sprays. You can get all of your pens and pencils in there. You've got these perfectly sized pockets for the best glues in the world, and I've got those on both sides, as you can see. I've fit a whole pile of ink pads in here. Let's see how many. We've got all of these ink pads in a pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ink pads in a stack inside there, and taking up a really small foot space. Rolls of foil, our illustrators, we've talked about it before. The most important thing for me is the fact that I don't have to keep doing this when I'm crafting with it, because that's the thing that annoys me the most. The fact that I can open this up out in front of myself and have that at the back of my table with my mat in front when I'm crafting, be able to choose whatever I want and then fold it up for storage and put it to one side is truly genius.
It is really, really awesome, and it's very, very busy on that collection. So remember, you're getting Lois and you're getting the Ditto as well, which is awesome. You're getting both of them together, which is fantastic. Now, that I want to just recap some of the other stuff that is on the show. The vinyl storage collection for you, really awesome. You saw Tiffany take us through this at the start of the show. You get 6 of the trays. You get 30 of the, they're not called sheaths, are they? They're called something else. The holders, the sleeves, that was the word I'm looking for. Thank you, producer Georgina. And you also get 6 of the little pockets as well. $26.38 or $33.58 is your price there on that one. I'm going to have to show you the dynamic store image in the flesh, because I can't have you just thinking that that's... Well, there's nothing in that picture, is there? I can't see anything in that picture. Can anyone else?
It's camouflage, Joe.
Oh, can you see it?
Over here, I can see it a bit better than yours.
I think my TV's very bright.
It just looks like a blank screen, doesn't it?
Let me just share with you what it is. This is what you're getting in the dynamic storage. It is an awesome place for you to store all of your dies, and they are on tab dividers as well. It's a problem with my TV. You're probably at home thinking, that boy has lost his mind. He can't see anything. It's a problem with my monitor here in the studio. £21 or $26 if you want to get hold of those. Sorry to rudely interrupt those pictures there for you. Remember everything else as well that you've seen on the show as well. Don't forget as well, I know we haven't really talked about it much in this show, it was very busy yesterday, that rotating design board is still available for you as well. So do make sure you grab that if you are one of the hundreds of people that has been waiting for it to come back in stock. Now, seeing as Leann has been really well behaved, we thought maybe we'd let her have a little play with the MIDI just, you know, just before the end of the show because she loves it so much. Now, if you're just joining us, remember the MIDI is absolutely awesome. It is the brand new manual die cutting machine that we've brought to you. If you love the Mini, you love the folder-based system of the Mini, then absolutely you are going to love this. $69.99 or $89.95. Club Inspire Platinum members get this for £56 or $71 today, should you wish. So it really is an awesome price on what is a fantastic machine. I know so many of you are going to love it. For anyone that hasn't seen it, can you just sort of tease us maybe, Leann, so what is going to be happening in that later show? Because we're back together again, aren't we? And we're going to be joined again by Tiffany later.
I'm really excited. It's been a fantastic day of just amazing things. The MIDI is our brand new manual die cutting machine with a 6x9 inch folder system. What does a folder system mean? A folder system means you get this amazing cutting folder in with your MIDI, you put your die and your card inside, you whiz it through, and when you whiz it through, you get beautiful, intricate die cut pieces in seconds. The power, performance and pressure that you would expect from an electronic machine, but in a manual machine, makes all of your die cutting accessible. And with that 6x9 folder means that you can work on your bigger and conceptual projects now. So you've got everything you would expect from a Gemini machine. You've got the 3 Ps, power, performance, pressure, actually 4 Ps, precision as well. And it
all
really,
the Ps.
All the Ps. And it really does make your crafting very, very enjoyable with the reliability of something that has the Gemini brand and name on it. You get your cutting folder, you get your little shim for your embossing as well. The embossing that you can do on here with your regular embossing folders and with your 3D enfolders is phenomenal. Embossing onto real leather and die cutting real leather and die cutting cotton fabric for all of you soft crafters out there. And amazingly, doing everything that we would show you the electronic Junior doing, but doing it with a manual machine. It's incredible, Joe. And we're going to look at how to do all of these things. But actually, we've got a lovely new range of, newish range of 3D folders with all the lovely textures on. So actually, I'm going to show you how to do a couple of nice techniques with them as well in the next 4 o'clock show. And we'll be looking at some of our Tiffany stuff too as well, won't we?
Yeah, we will indeed. Do you want to see those embossing folders actually?
Ooh,
Because they are available right now. They're in this show, I believe, as well. And they are gorgeous. Let me share with you what you got. This one is the Gossamer lace. Oh, it is just so luxurious. They're very grown up, very refined, very classy, these ones. We've also got not just leopard print, oh no, lavish leopard print is what we've got here. This one is the vintage scroll, which I think is gorgeous. Look at that. I mean, a little bit of inking there and some gilding wax, that's what I was going for. Peony bouquet as well is this one here. You can see really, look at the way it catches the light, just fantastic. This one here is your climbing ivy. A friend of mine's just given me a climbing ivy. It's wrapped itself around my bookshelf twice in 3 days.
Yeah.
I'm going to wake up, if I ever lay in one day, I'm going to wake up, it'll have wrapped itself around me.
It'll be like a little shop of horrors.
It's alive, honestly,
Yeah.
it is. I daren't put any sort of, plant food in it or anything like that. This one here as well is a grande butterfly that you've got just there as well. Absolutely beautiful. They're going to be coming up as well in that later show. We've also got as well, coming up in that later show, our pop-out dies as well, which are going to be really, really awesome as well. So make sure you join us for that second show. Don't forget about everything you've seen in this show as well, from the buddy bags, the brand new organiser, the MIDI too. What sort of stuff then you're going to be cutting for us in that later show, Leann?
We're going to be looking at fabric, we're going to be looking at mount board, we're going to be looking at all of your mirror cards, your special finishes, your glitter cards as well. We're going to be looking at embossing on different materials, and we're going to be looking at just how you can get brilliant performance from your midi. Everything you've seen us do before with a Gemini Junior, you're going to be able to see us do with a midi, but you're going to see just how easy it is and how effortless it is, and that it really is the next machine for your collection, especially if you're traveling, because you don't need to plug it in, but you get everything you would expect the Junior to do with the ease of the fantastic gearing system that we've included in here, which means that you don't have to have muscles like Garth to be able to wind through and do all of those fantastic different materials that we're going to have a look at.
Awesome. Can't wait for that. Really can't. I know some of you may have the MIDI already because I know some of you got it when it was over on HSN. So definitely drop into us and let us know how you're getting on with it if you are one of those people. And also remember, yes, we've got a great show coming up for you at 4 p.m. today, which is 11 a.m. East Coast, 8 a.m. West Coast. But also tomorrow, another full day. I'm going to be here with you for a full day tomorrow. I'm going to be up with the lovely Jan tomorrow, and I have got a flower forming masterclass for you for the first show, which is 1 p.m. UK time, 8 a.m. Eastern, and then Second Chance Sunday as well. We'll be back. We'll be giving you a second chance to look back at some of the awesome products that we've brought you over the last couple of weeks here on Crafters TV. That'll be at 4 p.m. UK time, 11 a.m. Eastern. So make sure you join us for that as well. Oh, and then Monday, oh my, I have got a brand new launch with Craig, and he might be in his sparkly purple shirt, is all I can say. We are going to be talking about foiling. I know he is super, super excited, as am I, to be looking at something brand new when it comes to, of course, our Gemini foil press as well. Loads of you have been chatting away with me in this hour, which is awesome. Make sure you come back and have a gossip with us in the next hour. I'm going to get some lunch because my tummy is rumbling. I'm going to have a bit of a gossip with Leann as well in the break whilst I do that. So make sure you get the kettle on. Where are we in the world? Apparently, we've got a bit of a problem in New York, because apparently it's 4:20 in the morning in New York at the minute, and I just don't think that's right somehow. Do you, Leann?
No.
I think in California, I mean, it's 20 minutes to 7. I don't think that's possible either, because I think it's 1 minute to 7 in California. Melbourne, you're doing well. You're keeping time. But I think we need to have a little bit of... we need to get the Duracell bunny in, don't you think, to have a look at these, Leann?
I think we do, yes. I think we need a little more accuracy.
I did just turn around genuinely to see what the time was and was going to tell you what you're going to do, and then I realised the times were wrong. Anyway, make sure you join us back here in an hour. We're going to have another fabulous show. It is the Craft House. Leann is going to be back, which is awesome. We're going to be joined again by Tiffany as well, which is brilliant. So massive thanks to Leann, big thanks to you guys, and we'll see you back here in 1 hour's time. It's your 1 hour warning. Catch you in an hour's time. Take care.